Hello, hockey fans, and happy off season. We know it all came a bit short for everybody, but we're doing our best here to try to keep some hockey content going. And someone else who's doing his best to help us keep some hockey content going is the Iowa Wild's leading goal scorer from last season and current member of the Team USA representing the USA at the World Hockey Championships over in Finland. Sammy Walker is with us here this morning. Sammy, thanks so much for parking some time for us. I know it's evening over in Finland. But thanks so much for chatting, and I always look forward to opportunities to catch up with you.
Yeah, no, of course. We weren't doing much, so uh well, it's good to have. Thanks for having me on.
Well, Sammy, we're going to dive into it, but let's start with away from the rink. Let's start with what life has been like over there. How long have you been across the ocean from your home country of the United States? What's been going on over there? What's daily life like? I know it's early. You guys are just coming off of a preliminary or an exhibition game against Germany, but tell us more about what it's been like being over in Finland so far.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. It's super fun so far. So we started out in Germany, and we were there for 6 days or something like that, and we played an exhibition game against them, uh, and so it was fun to get a game kind of under your belt before we start the tournament tomorrow. But yesterday we flew into Finland and yeah, practice today. And the tournament starts tomorrow against Finland.
Germany, had you been there before? And if you hadn't, what did you experience? And I should say, even if you had been there before, what did you experience about 5 days in Deutschland?
Yeah, no, I hadn't been there before, but it was pretty cool. We were in Munich, so it was a nice couple of days. We just went downtown and kind of explored and checked it out, walked the city. Um, and then yeah, the rink was kind of off outside of downtown, but cool rink. And then our exhibition game, it was packed in there, so they had the horns and everything going, so it was pretty sweet.
So it was like the typical German pro style experience that you would
Yeah.
experience if you were playing in the Dell or a league like that. What was it like playing in that kind of an atmosphere? Because really, for our fans that are watching this and don't know, go YouTube some videos of German pro games because it's unlike anything you'd experience in North America. It's much similar to like a pro soccer game over in Europe, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, no, I hadn't experienced anything like that. It was kind of hard to hear guys talking on the bench just because everyone's blowing the horns and screaming and doing chants. Yeah, it felt like one of those soccer games over there. Uh, but it was a cool atmosphere, and I'm sure the tournament will probably be you know even a better atmosphere.
An empty net goal, a shootout goal as well for you. You've scored some big goals, but where do those fall into the story of Sammy Walker? Because you did it with your red, white, and blue on your jersey, which I know for anybody that's played sports to get to represent your country and then to get to contribute representing your country, that had to be pretty special for you.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. Uh, it's fun to be able to contribute to the win and help the team win, even if it was an exhibition. It's always fun to win. And scoring in a shootout is always fun. So, oh, it was a good experience, and it was nice getting a game kind of under your belt before going into the tournament, and just kind of seeing how international play is.
And it is different. And one of the things that is different that I imagined would probably aid in the game of Sammy Walker with your speed is the Olympic ice, the wider sheet. Did you notice you had that much more room to get that motor of yours running out in the open ice like that?
Yeah, yeah, it felt bigger than I thought. I mean, I played an Olympic sheet in college, and I guess just I forgot how much bigger it is and how much more how much more room you have, and you can kind of feel yourself staying to the outside more just because there's so much room. Uh, so you kind of gotta, I don't know, like remember to get inside and get to the net and not stay on the perimeter.
As someone who knows the ice of an Olympic sheet so well like you do, Mariucci Arena being an Olympic sheet. I always, growing up in Minnesota, wondered how Minnesota got away with that, getting to utilize that. But then again, St. Cloud has it too. Other teams have it in college hockey. But what are some of the pros for a guy like you? How can you utilize that ice to be that much more effective offensively?
Yeah, no, I think especially like in the neutral zone, just gaining speed. And there's so much room on the outside, so um, just trying to use my speed to burn guys wide, and um, in the offensive zone, cutbacks in the corners and stuff. Just creating more space for yourself allows you to make more plays. So
Did you get any German cuisine in, any authentic German cuisine? And let me caveat that also by saying, did you check in with Marco Rossi at all about what you should be eating over in Germany? Though he's Austrian, Austria and Germany do share a lot of the same foods, I've been told.
no, I did like the food though. I mean, it's pretty good. I have no complaints so far. I actually saw Jasper at the rink today. So it was nice to see him. Gave him a big hug. So um, maybe the three of us will go for some dinner at some point.
Do you have any schnitzel? I know that's one of Marco's big favorites.
I did not, but he did say that he'll make it for me sometime. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's fabulous. As your team gets ready for the entry of this tournament, it begins tomorrow as we're recording this interview today. What have you noted about your team? You've got NHLers on there. You've got a lot of AHLers. You've got some college guys on there. So who are some of the faces that you're spending time with, and maybe what's sort of the identity of this team you think? I know it's hard to form an identity with a bunch of different players coming from different teams, different leagues, different levels, but what can you tell us about the guys you're spending some time with, maybe faces that you've known from the past, maybe some new faces, but also what you think this team can bring on the ice?
Yeah, well, it's nice that there's a few Minnesota guys. So I'm kind of just hanging out with them more, um, getting to know the other guys. It's a really tight group. I mean, guys are really cool and nice, so it makes it easier, to get to know guys and hang out with guys. But it's cool just, I mean, being on the same team with, um, guys who have been in the league for a very long time and kind of learning from them. And but our team has a ton of talent. And so I'm really excited to see, how we do. Um, but yeah, we just gotta come together and play hard, because talent can only take you so far.
Alluding to maybe a Nick Bonino, Alex Tuck, some of the bigger names on this roster. Have you had a chance to have any conversations with those two guys and talk about incredible NHL players? Alex Tuck really starting to turn into a really notoriable name in the National Hockey League. And obviously Nick Bonino is a guy that has been around the league for a very long time and has played at the highest level for an extremely long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome to see just how nice of a guy these guys are. And so it just makes you feel more comfortable in the locker room and going out and playing your game and stuff, and just seeing how they carry themselves and how much of a pro they really are. So that's cool to see up close.
Have you noticed anything specific about them on the ice, things they do where you go, these two are standing out. This is why they're in the NHL compared to maybe a lot of the rest of that crew that is trying to get to the NHL as a full-time player, I should say.
Yeah.
You've been there part-time.
Yeah, no, I think, I mean, they're consistent in what they do, and they're so smart, and they think the game well, and they just they do everything right. And they're one of the hardest working guys out there. So it's just kind of cool to see that, you know, this is what they do to, have the career that they have had.
Sammy, did you bring any instruments over with you? Are you working on any new songs right now? Have you had a chance to work on any new songs in the off season so far? I know it's been short.
No, not yet. Like when I came back, all my stuff was just piled up in my car, and um, then we just had a few days. I finally got it unpacked, and then I had to leave again. So I haven't really got to play uh, in a while, actually. So it'll be fun to finally, when I do get back, to hopefully I'll learn quite a bit of songs this summer.
What are you looking forward to most about this experience? It might be on the ice, it might be off. Maybe actually, why don't you go ahead and say both, on the ice and off the ice? What are some of the things you're looking forward to most about representing your country at the World Hockey Championships?
Yeah, no, I mean, for hockey wise, I'm just looking forward to the games to get the tournament started, and especially down the stretch, and trying to go for gold. Obviously that's the goal. And so that's the exciting part. And I guess off the ice, just getting to know the guys better and exploring the city. It's really cool city. We kind of went and walked around the downtown area. So just I guess looking for more spots to explore. And yeah.
We'd be remiss if we didn't talk a little bit about our season this year. It was obviously a season that I think, as I tweeted after the season was done, it was a hard ending. But the further we get from it, the more I sit and think what a fantastic season it was. Have you had a chance to really sit down yet? Your first pro season, an incredibly successful one for you and for the Iowa Wild. Have you had a chance to sit down yet and really walk through the season, the good, the bad, the great, the ugly, and what you've made of year one? Or this probably going to Europe hasn't helped you in your ability to sit down and really rehash the season yet, but have you had a chance to really sit down and recollect your thoughts on the year at all?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. It's still kind of been a little hectic with me. Just I only had a few days off there before leaving, but no, I mean, I guess for me personally, it was a really fun year. And I thought I had a good year. And just it was a really fun year, just because the guys were so close, and we had a really good group. I mean, a really good group. And so it was a lot of fun. And so it's sad that it's all done and everyone's gone and back home. But hopefully I can stay in touch with most of the guys and see most of them at the end of summer.
I remember when we had you on our podcast mid-season, and I think this was about at your hottest point when you were scoring seemingly 1-2 goals a game for a stretch, and you ended the season with 27, the rookie single season record in Iowa Wild history. But I remember asking you, was this a part of the plan? And you said no. I'm surprised myself with the season that you had. And I love that answer because it was very candid. And I think so often you want to hear players go, oh yeah, I knew I was going to come in and do this, but I loved your answer because it was candid and it was honest. So now let's fast forward. I mentioned the single season rookie goals leader in franchise history. You've played NHL games. You were up there with the Black Aces. You could have potentially gotten called into an NHL playoff game should the Minnesota Wild have needed you. And now you're representing your country at the World Hockey Championships. This year's been a whirlwind for you, Sammy. Have you had a chance to really sit down and go, man, like, I kind of can't believe I'm even here right now?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think if you would have told me that I'd be in Finland playing for USA, I would I don't know if I'd believe you, but no, it's definitely, I mean, it's incredible to be here, and it was a super fun year in Iowa. Um but I mean, I tried to take, each game one at a time, and just tried to help my team win as much as I could. And yeah, luckily I had a good year and got a lot of opportunities. So
And the exciting part is, as we finish, you have so much ahead of you. That's all behind you. That's a very small sample size of what the career of Sammy Walker is going to look like. What do you know now that you didn't know at the beginning of the season?
yeah, I mean, I guess all that, ultimately it really doesn't matter. It's kind of, I just got to go into next year, and it's kind of a clean slate. So hopefully I can have a better year and have more of an impact. But it's nice to have that year under my belt, kind of just having that experience of pro hockey. But yeah, no, I mean, I just take what I experience and and try to make the big club this fall.
It certainly was a foundational first year for you. Final thought, Sammy, where's the growth? Where are the areas that you are most focused on, that you think if you can get these areas taken care of, if you can get to a certain level of this type of play, that you can make that National Hockey League roster and stay there?
Yeah. I think for me, I got to get a little bit stronger. I think just a little bit bigger, so I'm not easily pushed off pucks. And but I mean, my game is speed, so I just not losing that. Working on my shot. I think I got to get my shot a little better. But yeah, just staying consistent. And that's kind of what I'll be working on this off season.
I lied. I have one final question for you. You scored a lot of goals this year. When I say what was your favorite goal, which one comes to mind?
Ooh, that is a tough one. I mean, I think my first goal, obviously, it's your first.
Here's Damon Hunt, left circle to the net, a kick save and a rebound. They score! Sammy Walker, and the game is tied.
First career, my NHL goal that stands out. But I think kind of down the stretch there when I got that overtime goal in Chicago, that was just a big goal for the team.
Exchanges, Walker has space, he shoots, he scores! Sammy Walker, the goal of the season!
I mean, ultimately that point kind of, definitely helped us make playoffs there. So yeah, there's probably a few that are stand out, but I can't really think of it. Those are just the ones that pop out right away.
Sammy, thanks so much for doing this. I know you guys got a big weekend ahead of you, so it's great to park some time with you. Good luck over there. We'll certainly be watching, and thanks for doing this, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.